Most people don't run out of money in retirement because they didn't save enough. They run out because they chose the wrong place to live. That sounds uncomfortable, but it's true. And for many retirees, that realization arrives way too late, usually right after the bills keep coming, the income stops growing, and the budget suddenly feels like it's on a strict diet. Welcome to Virtual Finance Navigator, where the rankings are bold, a place we talk about money, strategy, and all the ways you can stop letting your paycheck get bullied by high living costs. By breaking down money decisions that quietly shape your future without fear, tactics without fluff, and without pretending everything works the same for everyone. Here's the problem no one likes to talk about. Two retirees can have the exact same savings, the exact same monthly income, and wildly different lifestyles. One feels relaxed, secure, and comfortable. The other feels stressed, restricted, and constantly worried about expenses. The difference isn't discipline, it isn't luck, it's geography. Where you live in retirement can quietly raise or lower your cost of living every single day through taxes you don't see, housing costs you underestimate, healthcare bills that sneak up on you, and everyday expenses that slowly chip away at your peace of mind. Think of it like trying to fill a bucket with a small hole at the bottom. You can keep pouring more water in, or you can fix the hole. In this video, we're counting down places where retirement income stretches further, pressure feels lighter, and comfort doesn't require a millionaire's budget. And trust me, the final reveal is not where most people expect retirees to be quietly winning. So if retirement is on your radar, or even if you're just planning ahead, stick with me until the end. If you value smart financial clarity, go ahead and like, subscribe, turn on notification, and let's navigate this together. Number 7. Mississippi. Mississippi doesn't usually top glossy retirement brochures, and honestly, that's part of the appeal. While everyone else is chasing trendy zip codes with trendy price tags, Mississippi quietly offers something retirees care about more than buzz: financial breathing room. Let's start with the big one: cost of living. Mississippi consistently ranks as one of the lowest cost states in the country. Housing in particular feels like it's from a different era. Modest retirement income that feels tight elsewhere suddenly stretches comfortably here. Rent is manageable. Home prices are realistic. Property taxes are among the lowest nationwide, which means fewer unpleasant surprises showing up in your mailbox. For retirees living on Social Security, pensions, or fixed income, that matters a lot. Daily expenses also play nicely with a retirement budget. Groceries, utilities, transportation, and services all trend below national averages. Life simply costs less. It's not flashy savings, it's the quiet kind that adds up month after month, year after year. Healthcare often raises eyebrows, and yes, Mississippi has work to do. But many retirees choose communities near regional medical centers where access is reliable and costs are lower than in high-priced metro areas. The trade-off often becomes affordability versus proximity, and for many retirees, that's a fair deal. Then there's lifestyle. Mississippi moves at a slower pace, and for retirement, that's not a flaw. It's a feature. Less congestion, less pressure, fewer "why is everything so expensive?" moments. Communities tend to be close-knit, where neighbors know each other and social life doesn't require a reservation and a credit card swipe. Weather plays a role too. Winters are mild, which keeps heating costs down and joints happier. Summers are warm, sometimes very warm, but retirees often adapt schedules, just like locals do. Porch conversations become evening rituals. Life adjusts. Mississippi won't suit retirees chasing luxury shopping districts or non-stop nightlife. But for those prioritizing peace, affordability, and stability, it quietly delivers. It's a state where retirement dollars last longer, stress feels lighter, and financial survival doesn't dominate the conversation. That's why Mississippi earns the number 7 spot. It's not trying to impress, it's trying to work. And for many retirees, that's exactly what matters. Number 6. Arkansas. Arkansas tends to fly under the retirement radar. which is interesting because financially it checks far more boxes than people expect. While flashier destinations soak up attention and retirement savings, Arkansas focuses on something retirees appreciate deeply: quiet affordability with practical perks. The cost of living sits comfortably below the national average, and housing plays a major role. Whether you prefer a small town, a quiet suburb, or a modest city setting, home prices remain refreshingly reasonable. Property taxes stay low, which means owning a home doesn't come with that annual moment of dread when the tax bill arrives. One of Arkansas's strongest advantages for retirees is how it treats retirement income. The state offers generous tax deductions on certain retirement sources, including pensions and Social Security. That means more of your monthly income stays where it belongs in your pocket, not redirected elsewhere. Healthcare access continues to improve, especially around regional hubs and mid-sized cities. Retirees who choose locations near established medical centers often find quality care at a lower cost than in high-demand retirement hotspots. It's not about luxury, it's about access, efficiency, and affordability. Lifestyle matters too. Arkansas offers natural beauty without charging premium prices for it. Lakes, rolling hills, hiking trails, and scenic drives are part of everyday life here, not expensive weekend getaways. For retirees who enjoy the outdoors without the crowds or the inflated costs, this becomes a major bonus. Utilities and transportation costs remain manageable, and traffic is refreshingly light. Less congestion means less stress, lower fuel costs, and fewer moments questioning your life choices at a red light. Socially, many communities are welcoming and slower paced. Retirees often find it easier to integrate, build routines, and enjoy a sense of belonging. Life doesn't feel rushed, and during retirement, that's not a downside. Arkansas won't appeal to retirees chasing high-end entertainment districts or trendy dining scenes, but for those who value financial stability, tax friendliness, natural beauty, and calm living, it offers something increasingly rare: a retirement that feels sustainable. That combination earns Arkansas the number 6 spot. It doesn't overpromise, it simply makes retirement dollars work harder while letting retirees breathe easier. Number 5. Oklahoma. Oklahoma is one of those states that quietly asks an important retirement question: why pay more if you don't have to? While it doesn't dominate retirement headlines, it consistently delivers where it matters most: affordability without sacrificing everyday comfort. Housing alone earns Oklahoma a serious look. Home prices remain well below the national average, and retirees often find that purchasing a home feels realistic rather than intimidating. Property taxes are moderate, and insurance costs tend to stay manageable, helping retirees maintain predictable monthly expenses, an underrated luxury during retirement. Oklahoma also offers tax advantages for retirees. Portions of retirement income, including certain pensions and Social Security, receive exemptions or favorable treatment. That means fixed incomes stretch further and retirees keep more of what they've already earned. Daily living expenses work in retirees' favor. Groceries, utilities, transportation, and services remain affordable, which creates a lifestyle that feels comfortable without constant budget juggling. It's the difference between monitoring every receipt and actually enjoying retirement. Healthcare access is another quiet strength. Oklahoma's larger cities and regional hubs offer strong medical infrastructure, while smaller towns provide affordability and convenience. Retirees often choose locations strategically close enough to healthcare without paying the premium prices attached to major retirement destinations. Lifestyle-wise, Oklahoma strikes a balance. Retirees can enjoy calm neighborhoods, light traffic, and a slower pace of life, while still having access to cultural events, dining, and entertainment in metro areas. You're not isolated, but you're also not overstimulated, and that balance matters more than people realize. Weather tends to be manageable overall. Winters are mild compared to northern states, reducing heating costs and seasonal stress. Summers can be warm, but retirees adjust schedules easily, just like locals have done for years. Community life often surprises newcomers. People are friendly, routines feel familiar, and social connections form naturally. Retirement here doesn't feel like stepping into the background, it feels like settling into a rhythm. Oklahoma earns the number 5 spot because it delivers solid financial value paired with livable comfort. It may not shout about its advantages, but for retirees watching their budget and protecting their peace, it quietly makes sense. Number 4. Alabama. Alabama has a way of quietly winning over retirees who start with modest expectations and end up pleasantly surprised. It doesn't posture as a luxury destination, and it doesn't try to reinvent retirement. Instead, it focuses on something far more practical: keeping costs low while removing common retirement stress points. Let's start with taxes, because retirees care about what they don't pay just as much as what they do. Alabama does not tax Social Security benefits, and most pensions are also exempt from state income tax. That alone can preserve thousands of dollars over the course of retirement. When your income is fixed, those exemptions feel less like policy and more like relief. Housing is another major win. Home prices remain affordable across much of the state, and property taxes are among the lowest in the country. For retirees, that means owning a home doesn't feel like a financial gamble. Whether you prefer inland communities or coastal towns, Alabama offers options that don't demand luxury-level budgets. Daily living costs stay manageable. Utilities, groceries, and services trend below national averages, which keeps monthly expenses predictable. Retirement becomes less about constant calculation and more about routine and comfort, an underrated luxury. Healthcare access is a strong point, particularly in areas near established medical centers. Retirees often find that quality care costs less here than in high-demand retirement hubs. It's practical, accessible, and less likely to trigger sticker shock. Lifestyle matters too. Alabama offers mild winters, which helps lower heating costs and keeps daily life moving comfortably year-round. Summers are warm, but retirees adapt schedules easily: early mornings, shaded afternoons, and evenings that feel social and relaxed. Community life is another quiet strength. Alabama towns often feel connected, familiar, and welcoming. Social circles form naturally, and retirees don't feel like outsiders trying to break in. Life moves at a human pace, not a frantic one. Alabama earns the number 4 spot because it removes several financial pressure points at once: taxes, housing, and everyday expenses. It's not flashy, but it's reliable. And when it comes to retirement, reliability beats excitement every time. Number 3, Tennessee, where retirement income gets a standing ovation. Tennessee quietly earns its spot near the top of this list by doing something retirees love more than early bird specials: letting your money breathe. The headline act here is simple: no state income tax on wages or retirement income. Social Security, pensions, 401ks, IRAs. Tennessee doesn't tap them on the shoulder asking for a cut. Your retirement check arrives, and it's yours to enjoy, not negotiate with. Housing is another strong note in Tennessee's retirement melody. Median home prices sit comfortably below the national average, especially outside the major metro buzz. Whether it's a cozy single story in a small town or a modest home near rolling hills, the state offers options that don't demand a lifetime of savings or a second job. Property taxes are also relatively low, which means you're not punished for actually owning your home outright. Imagine that. Healthcare access holds up well too. Tennessee has a solid network of hospitals and medical centers, particularly around cities like Nashville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga. You're not driving 3 hours for a routine appointment, and you're not choosing between groceries and prescriptions every month. For retirees, that balance matters more than flashy amenities. Then there's daily living. Groceries, utilities, and transportation costs tend to stay reasonable, especially compared to coastal states where a trip to the store feels like a financial endurance test. Gas prices usually behave themselves, And utilities don't spike just because the weather changed its mind. All of that adds up to a lifestyle where your fixed income actually feels flexible. Lifestyle-wise, Tennessee gives retirees room to choose their pace. Love music, arts, and culture? You've got it. Prefer quiet mornings, friendly neighbors, and slower afternoons? Plenty of that too. The state offers 4 seasons without extreme drama, no months-long blizzards, no endless heat waves demanding constant air conditioning battles. Tennessee's biggest strength is subtle confidence. It doesn't shout about being a retirement paradise, it simply works. Your income lasts longer, your expenses stay predictable, and your lifestyle feels balanced. That combination is why Tennessee lands comfortably at number 3. Not flashy, not chaotic, just financially respectful to people who've already put in the work. Number 2, Kansas, quietly. One of America's best retirement bargains. Kansas rarely makes flashy retirement headlines, and honestly, that's part of its charm. This is a state that minds its business, keeps costs low, and lets retirees enjoy life without constantly checking their bank balance. If retirement is about peace, predictability, and stretching your dollars without sacrificing comfort, Kansas shows up strong. Housing is where Kansas really flexes. Median home prices sit far below the national average, and rent is refreshingly reasonable. Downsizing here doesn't feel like a downgrade, it feels like relief. You can own a well-maintained home, still have a yard, and not feel like property taxes are plotting against you. Speaking of taxes, Kansas does tax Social Security benefits for some higher-income retirees, but for many middle-income households, the overall tax burden remains manageable and balanced by low everyday costs. Daily living expenses stay comfortably low. Groceries, utilities, healthcare, and transportation all come in under the national average. That means your fixed retirement income works harder while you work less, which is the whole point. Healthcare access is another quiet win. Kansas offers a solid network of hospitals and clinics, especially in mid-sized cities like Wichita, Topeka, and Overland Park. You're not paying big city prices, but you're not stuck with small-town healthcare limitations either. Lifestyle-wise, Kansas delivers simplicity without boredom. You get clean neighborhoods, low crime rates, and a pace of life that respects your time and your nerves. There's space to breathe here, literally and financially. Community events, local diners, farmers markets, and college-town energy in places like Lawrence keep life social without being overwhelming. Weather is often brought up as a concern, and yes, Kansas gets its share of wind and storms. But retirees here learn quickly that preparation beats panic. The trade-off is 4 distinct seasons, beautiful sunsets, and fewer climate-related insurance nightmares compared to coastal states. Kansas retirement living is like buying generic brand medicine that works just as well as the expensive version without the side effects on your budget. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it's steady, affordable, and surprisingly comfortable. For retirees who value financial stability over social media bragging rights, Kansas earns its spot near the top. Number 1. Missouri. We are down to number 1, and Missouri earns this spot without making a lot of noise about it, which is honestly very on-brand. Missouri is one of those states that quietly lets retirees live well while everyone else is busy arguing about housing prices and taxes. If retirement were a group project, Missouri would be the person who actually did the work but didn't brag about it. First, let's talk cost of living, because Missouri shines here. The overall cost of living sits well below the national average, and housing is the real MVP. Median home prices in many Missouri cities are dramatically lower than coastal or Sunbelt hotspots. Translation: you can own a comfortable home without needing a lottery win or a GoFundMe campaign. Renters aren't left out. Either monthly rents stay reasonable, leaving more room in the budget for travel, hobbies, or spoiling the grandkids. Now let's address tax friendliness, the thing retirees secretly care about but don't always say out loud. Missouri offers partial exemptions on Social Security benefits, and many retirees pay little to no state tax on retirement income depending on earnings. That means fewer unpleasant surprises at tax time and more predictability for fixed-income households. Missouri isn't trying to take a victory lap here, it just quietly lets you keep more of your money. Healthcare is another big reason Missouri lands at number 1. The state is home to well-established medical systems, especially in areas like St. Louis, Kansas City, and Columbia. Access to hospitals, specialists, and senior-focused care is solid, and costs tend to be lower than in high-demand retirement states. You get quality care without paying luxury zip code prices. Lifestyle-wise, Missouri offers a surprisingly balanced retirement experience. You get 4 distinct seasons, affordable entertainment, scenic rivers and parks, cultural events, sports, and enough quiet towns to satisfy anyone craving peace. You can choose a lively metro area or a calm small town without your budget punishing you for the decision. Missouri doesn't promise a flashy retirement. What it offers instead is something far more valuable: financial breathing room, stability, and comfort. And for retirees on a budget, that's not just attractive, it's priceless. We are down to number 1 through the countdown. Thank you for sticking with us through this countdown of the best states to retire on a budget. From Mississippi's affordability to Missouri's unbeatable balance of low costs, tax advantages, and quality living, one thing is clear: retiring well doesn't require being wealthy, it requires being strategic. If this list helped you rethink where your retirement dollars could go further, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notification, and share it with someone planning their next chapter. Retirement isn't about downsizing your life, it's about upgrading your peace of mind.